Hello YouTube, this is AugustusLarch. I have to make another vlog on current events here. Jared Lee Loungner I think it was an arraignment. He had a hearing in court today, anyway, and he entered a plea of not guilty. And before he couldn't even enter his plea, he had to have on Jared Lee Loungner's behalf. The court entered his plea. That was happened before, and the judge noticeably said something about left notes in the record or something that he looked a little bit lost. Jared Lee Loungner was not he didn't understand. I didn't know the actual language, but he didn't understand the gravity of the proceedings, and that was evident. So that ended up in the judge's notes somehow, that got reported out. Really, I saw it from the first picture I saw of him, and the man was, he has all this stuff about mind control on his website. He has all the symptoms of somebody who's been has trauma-based mind control done on him. If anybody's ever seen The Manchurian Candidate, the Nazis developed this, and then the Americans had borrowed it and used the technique on the Koreans, and then the Koreans back engineered it from a prisoner they sent over to kill somebody on their side in North Korea, and then the North Koreans developed it from the people they analyzed and figured out how to do it for themselves, and sent Manchurian Candidate back to the America from North Korea, and they like to say that the North Koreans invented it. No. This is a trauma-based mind control. The Japanese mostly did medical experiments. Their human experimentation was mostly medical. The Germans, the Nazis in World War II, did most of the psychological stuff with human experimentation. And they developed a whole lot and had a nice, healthy budget and a lot of subjects that no one was going to ever look after ever again or check up on. So they developed this mind control technique called, and then the CIA calls it MK Ultra, but it's under the auspices of, if that can be anything, of Project Monarch. There's nothing auspicious about Project Monarch. I'm sorry I even use that term. And another last week in the news, Sirhan Sirhan came to his parole board, and they denied him parole, and he appealed to the parole board that he doesn't even remember the day that happened, that he shot Robert F. Kennedy in the kitchen there, when he was making an impromptu speech, a stump speech on campaign, and Sirhan Sirhan shot him, and that's not a point of contention, that except for Sirhan Sirhan, who doesn't remember it. But there's multiple witnesses that actually saw him take a pistol and shoot Robert F. Kennedy. But who was controlling Sirhan Sirhan? Because it's the similarities with Jared Lee Loungner are quite evident. They have the same, it's the same characteristics, the same, you could superimpose the two and the acting the same kind of a hit with a pistol, like a close range, and the person doesn't know who they are or why they're there in either case. So I just had to bring that up because people know there's a coup in the United States on 22nd November 1963. And there probably was one right after the Civil War, too. What was the similarities between Lincoln and Kennedy? John F. Kennedy? They both wanted to institute the greenback. They wanted the Treasury to actually have the power to control the money instead of the central banks. And they got gunned down. So there's an agenda at play in this country, and it's mostly controlled by the bank, because we are living in an oligarchy. So if you gain enough power, even a little bit, like Gabrielle Gifford was going to rein in the Blue Dog Democrats, the Tea Party, and the anti-NAFTA people, she was that kind of person. Now she's slurping Jello in a hospital bed, waiting for physical therapy. That's how the agenda works, you see. So this is AugustusLarch with some points for you to consider. Thank you for watching YouTube.